this is something that we are looking at. We've been predicting an increase in the number of reports for a number of reasons, and that is because there is more outreach from the FIU, there's more awareness, there's more use of technology within the firms, and therefore if you're using technology with the knowledge of suspicious activity or criminality within the firms, then undoubtedly there's going to be an increase in the number of reports that are going to be submitted to the FIU.
One number that did catch my eye, the increase from the banking sector. Q4 was 79 reports in 2024. Q1 in 2025 has brought 507 reports so far. Is that not a bit of a spike?
Yeah, there is a spike, and again, we have a public-private partnership with the banks. It's called the Financial Liaison Intelligence Network, or FLINT, and we were aware of this spike even before the reports were being submitted. And I talk about the outreach through our program called Project Nexus. This is something that we've engaged with the banks specifically over the last 2 years. We have done a focused and dedicated program with them, not just the MLROs or the reporting officers or the compliance staff, but also the front desk individuals working in the bank. So we're talking about hundreds of individuals who have been trained and on different types of criminalities, not just money laundering or terrorist financing, but also other predicate offences like human trafficking, etc.
Would you say the increase in the reports themselves is a positive from your perspective, as having been spurred by increasing the awareness and increasing what institutions should be looking for?
Absolutely. I think we've got to be cautious with this. It's a fine balance. We need those reports to be able to identify the criminality that we are seeing in Gibraltar, and that goes through our strategic analysis. We also need to identify what criminal networks are operating, whether they're local or in other jurisdictions, and mostly the reports that we receive, because we are an international finance center and we have a large footprint outside Gibraltar, then most of these organized crime groups are operating in other jurisdictions. The concern is always going to be there, but look, we are an international finance center, and therefore criminal activity will abuse financial institutions. But it's up to us as the public sector, and we're talking about the regulators who regulate these firms, about the FIU providing outreach and engagement with the firms to try and improve the systems of controls that they have.